I'd like to demonstrate a microservices application I developed fully operational and running in Docker containers. The microservices application consists of 4 services: an edge service developed using Spring Cloud Gateway with WebFlux, a second service to manage provider records, a third service to record vital signs, and a fourth service to track medication records. This is my Docker Compose file. I've got everything up and running now, so let's shut those services down. My edge service is running on port 9000. Okay, so we'll verify that's not running. That is currently not running. Go back, turn this back on, start the containers back up. It takes a minute for Keycloak to crank up here. It's my deployment. This is my Docker Compose file. Looks like Keycloak is up and running. Sometimes this doesn't Yep, looks like Keycloak is up and running. Let's see. And I used a JSON file to import a JSON file to import the realm. So I'll need to I may need to modify, change just a few of the settings here. Let's see. Yep. I think I can probably add these settings to the realm JSON file. I just need to do that. Okay, so that's all set. Let's go back to here. Make sure that all of these services are working, up and running. The containers are up and running. Edge service is not. Let's go here and start. Make sure everything else, vital signs is not for some reason. Let's start this. Okay, that's up and running. And then edge service, we'll start that. Okay, all the services, the images for all the services were built using native image except edge service. I'd use a Docker file. I couldn't get that to work using a native image. So it's a Docker file for that. I'll verify that the application is up and running. As I mentioned, I developed I used Angular for the front end development, and I developed the 4 services using Java 24, Spring Boot 3.5, Postgres serves as the database, Keycloak manages user authentication, and Spring Boot OAuth2 with WebFlux handles security, while Spring Boot R2DBC manages database interactions. So I'll show you how that works. First, I'd like to try one thing here. All right. Okay. You simply add. Simply add. This here. See if all of my tails are here. Okay, select. Zero rows. Okay, select. Provider. Oops. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Sorry. Zeros. I'm not sure why it's not working for the other tables, however. We can go to the application and make sure that's up and running. It's on localhost 9000. Log in using KeyClick. I love it. Hmm. If I can type the password in, so we'll browse vital signs, medication, provider. There's no records there. Not sure why I'm not able to use the terminal to run queries against the database. That's weird. I'll have to figure that out. But this is using R2ABC, just like vital signs. I was able to get a vital signs working, but not that. But it is working. The application is working as expected. I'll go ahead and add records using tests. So we'll add a medication record first. This uses Cucumber. It's another application that I developed. Okay, that passed. And then I'll add a provider record. And then I'll add a vital signs record. Alright, cool. And those should show up now. We've got a record there. So let's go. We've got one for vital signs, one for medication, one for provider. So if I go to vital signs, this was created at 6:34. So this is UTC time. It is now 2:34. So that's 4 hours out. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. So let's go ahead and edit this. Working with Spring Boot is awesome. That was edited. Go ahead and remove this. Okay, no more there. Browse medication. We'll edit this. And then we'll see. Teamwork exercise, get off meds, and then providers. Oh, did I not add a provider? Oops, sorry. Browse providers, there it is. Providers and network doctors. So you can add any that you'd want. And that is in network doctor. This is 637 UTC. It's 4 hours out, so that's working correctly. So go ahead and add one more. Record of vital signs. And everything is happily living up and happily working up and running in vital signs. This is awesome. This is my front end that I developed using Angular. This is really cool. First time I've ever used Angular. And that's it. Thanks for watching.